A bungled flood mitigation structure in Kalumpit, Bulacan, another in Arayat, Pampanga, and a worthless landslide protection infrastructure in Tuba, Benguet have been well documented after the president's visit and inspection. But one need not go far away to spot one more testament to the fleecing of the Filipino people than two failed projects in Quezon City, one of which has a familiar and notorious name linked to it, as our Isaiah Mirafuentes reports.
During the president's last SONA,
kamakailan lamang nag-inspeksyon ako sa naging epekto ng habagat ng bagyong Krising, Dante at Emong. Kitang-kita ko na maraming proyekto para sa flood control ay palpak at gumuho. At yung iba, guni-guni lang.
His remarks against those who squandered public funds.
Kaya sa mga nakikipagsabuatan upang kunin ang pondo ng bayan at nakawin ang kinabukasan ng ating mga mamamayan, mahiya naman kayo sa inyong kapwa Pilipino.
Through the Sumbong sa Pangulo.ph website, PTV News looked into the government's flood control projects and identified which of them seem like ghost flood control projects or just pure imagination. In Barangay Santo Domingo, Quezon City, we discovered a flood control project, a project that was supposed to prevent flooding but seems to have been left unfinished. The project was supposed to be completed as early as May 2025, but it was halted. The residents in the area are greatly affected. They suffer yearly as they become submerged in flood waters whenever there's a heavy downpour.
Konting ulan lang, basta lumakas lang siya, babahan na kagad.
Based on the Commission on Audit or COA, more than 95 billion pesos were allocated for this project. The funds came from the General Appropriation Act of 2024, and its contractor is St. Timothy Construction Corporation. Based on the details we obtained, the completion date was moved to August 28, just 3 days from now. We also went to another flood-prone area in Quezon City, which is Barangay Bagong Silangan, where floodwaters can reach neck-deep levels. Residents here also complained about the damaged flood wall. The LGU provided a fix, but it was only a temporary patch. Anger erupted among the residents when they learned that some contractors and politicians bravely squandered the people's money, which should have been used for flood control projects. We gathered the people's sentiments about this, and they said,
Sa halip na ibigay sa mga mahirap, saan nila pupunta ang mga pundo? Yung sila, magandang tayo, kami namang malilit dito, nalulubog sa baha.
Bursa pera, pinatago. Ano mangyayari din sa buhay? Di ba? Puro utang na Pilipinas, ganun pa rin ginagawa.
Inis talaga ako kaya sa ginawa niya, hindi naubos ang pera tapos walang nagawa.
But the people felt hopeful when they learned that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. himself was inspecting and directly uncovering the anomalies in flood control projects that seems to be ghost project.
Tama yun, nalaman ang korap na ginawa nila. Ako gusto ko yun.
Yun, dapat ituloy niya yung pag-iikot niya para makita niya mismo sa kanyang mga mata ang nangyari sa flood control. Kaya Mr. President, believe ako sa iyo na nag-iikot ka. Kaya pinakita mo ang iyong effort.
Ang panawagan ko kay Pangulong Marcos, ubusin niya lahat ng mga gumagawa ng kalukuhan sa ating gobyerno at para hindi siya mapulaan.
The whole country now watching how the Marcos administration will face the anomalies and corruption in flood control projects. What do you think about these so-called ghost flood control projects? Isaiah Mirafuentes from the National TV Network for a New and Better Philippines.